Good morning. This is take number 5, I think. I'm clearing out data and junk from my phone so I have room to make more videos. Hopefully this one will work. Today, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Today is February 27th, 2024. And we start out with a commentary, laws of government. Normally, the most important laws of any nation are those which provide the base of government upon which all other laws depend. In a theocracy, however, there is a minimum of legislative or administrative function. The ruler is God, and it is he who determines the nation's laws as well as the people's direction, politically, militarily, and economically. For over 4 decades, Moses has served as Israel's leader. Under the direct control of God himself, Moses has taught as a prophet, interceded as a priest, and legislated as a lawgiver. The high priests, Aaron and Eleazar, have shared Moses' responsibilities in leading the religious activities which constitutes such a vital part of the Israelites' daily life. In addition, a council of 70 elders has been appointed to assist in the administration of national affairs. And not to be forgotten is the continuing patriarchal leadership provided by the chiefs and leaders within each tribe. In light of such a structure, it is of great interest that God should anticipate the people's desire for a king in future years and actually provide certain guidelines at this early time. Deuteronomy 17:14. When you enter the land the Lord your God is giving you and have taken possession of it and settled in it, and you say, let us set a king over us like all the nations around us, be sure to appoint over you the king the Lord your God chooses. He must be from among your own brothers. Do not place a foreigner over you, one who is not a brother Israelite. The king, moreover, must not acquire great numbers of horses for himself, or make the people return to Egypt to get more of them, for the Lord has told you, you are not to go back that way again. He must not take many wives, or his heart will be led astray. He must not accumulate large amounts of silver and gold. When he takes the throne of his kingdom, he is to write for himself on a scroll a copy of this law, taken from that of the priests, who are Levites. It is to be with him, and he is to read it all the days of his life, so that he may learn to revere the Lord his God, and follow carefully all the words of this law and these decrees, and not consider himself better than his brothers, and turn from the law to the right or to the left. Then he and his descendants will reign a long time over his kingdom in Israel. One sentence commentary: respect for rulers, whether it be a future king or a president or present leader at any lesser level, the people are to show proper respect for God's chosen representatives. Exodus 22:28b, do not curse the ruler of your people. And we have another commentary: the judicial system. A nation of laws must have courts, judges, and established rules of procedure. Moses had acted alone as a judge until the burden became too great for one man. At the suggestion of his father-in-law, Jethro, Moses made judges of men who were rulers over their tribes and families, and retained only the responsibility for deciding difficult cases. As the nation moves toward a more stabilized government, God provides for a more formal judicial structure. Deuteronomy 16:18. Hold on a second. Appoint judges and officials for each of your tribes in every town the Lord your God is giving you, and they shall judge the people fairly. If cases come before your courts that are too difficult for you to judge, whether bloodshed, lawsuits, or assaults, take them to the place the Lord your God will choose. Go to the priests who are Levites and to the judge who is in office at that time. Inquire of them, and they will give you the verdict. You must act according to the decisions they give you at the place the Lord will choose. Be careful to do everything they direct you to do. Act according to the law they teach you and the decisions they give you. Do not turn aside from what they tell you, to the right or to the left. The man who shows contempt for the judge or for the priest who stands ministering there to the Lord your God must be put to death. You must purge the evil from Israel. All the people will hear and be afraid and will not be contemptuous again. Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds those who see and twists the words of the righteous. Do not pervert justice. Do not show partiality to the poor or favoritism to the great, but judge your neighbor fairly. Do not deprive the alien or the fatherless of justice, or take the cloak of the widow as a pledge. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you from there. That is why I command you to do this. Do not pervert justice or show partiality. Do not accept a bribe, for a bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. Follow justice and justice alone, so that you may live and possess the land the Lord your God is giving you. One sentence commentary witnesses the truthfulness of those who would testify against others is so central to honesty and justice that it is required as one of the 10 basic commandments. Deuteronomy 5:20, you shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. Do not spread false reports. Do not help a wicked man by being a malicious witness. Do not follow the crowd in doing wrong. When you give testimony in a lawsuit, do not pervert justice by siding with the crowd. Have nothing to do with false charge, and do not put an innocent or honest person to death, for I will not acquit the guilty. If a malicious witness takes the stand to accuse a man of a crime, the 2 men involved in the dispute must stand in the presence of the Lord before the priests and the judges who are in office at the time. The judges must make a thorough investigation, and if the witness proves to be a liar, giving false testimony against his brother, then do to him as he intended to do to his brother. You must purge the evil from among you. The rest of the people will hear of this and be afraid, and never again will such an evil thing be done among you. Show no pity. Life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. One witness is not enough to convict a man accused of any crime or offense he may have committed. A matter must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. Fathers shall not be put to death for their children, nor children put to death for their fathers. Each is to die for his own sin. When men have a dispute, they are to take it to court, and the judges will decide the case, acquitting the innocent and condemning the guilty. If the guilty man deserves to be beaten, the judge shall make him lie down and have him flogged in his presence with the number of lashes his crime deserves. But he must not give him more than 40 lashes. If he is flogged more than that, your brother will be degraded in your eyes. If a man guilty of a capital offense is put to death and his body is hung on a tree, you must not leave his body on the tree overnight. Be sure to bury him that same day, because anyone who is hung on a tree is under God's curse. You must not desecrate the land the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance. We did it! Yay! That's it for today. Have a great day. Love you guys.